deals end Thursday. Shaw's in Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Remember enjoying those iconic red, white, and blue freezer pops in the summer? Now imagine that flavor reinvented as an energy shot. Introducing the Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shot. A flavor explosion of sweet cherry, zesty lime, and electric blue raspberry that all come blasting together for a seriously refreshing shot. Ignite your taste buds with the flavor of the summer. Get a Firework Freeze.
Hey Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the second oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Gunnar Henderson, the shortstop. Then Tyler O'Neill, old friend in right field. Kobe Mayo bats fifth. He is the DH. Leody Taveras in center field. Christian Encarnacion Strands at third. Jackson Holliday at second. And Sam Huff is the catcher for Dean Kramer in game one of this doubleheader. As for the Red Sox, Masataka Yoshida is the leadoff man. He is a DH. Cedon Rafaela, he's in center field, followed by Wilyer Abreu in right. The red-hot Wilson Contreras at first base, cleaning things up, followed by Caleb Durbin at third. Romy Gonzalez is the second baseman. Then it's Jarren Duran in left field, Connor Wong the catcher, and then Sung-Chae Chang rounding out the nine as the shortstop for the left-hander Jake Bennett, who is 5-3 with a 2.35 ERA across 9 starts in his rookie campaign. And with that, we bring you the lock of the game presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit interlockroofing.com and never re-roof again. And I'm just going with the Red Sox on the spread. They're at plus 128 odds for minus 1.5. I feel so good about this team tying the record with the way they're playing and especially with the way Jake Bennett has been pitching as of late. Over his last 5 starts, as I mentioned a little bit before, 4-0 with an 0.82 ERA. He's been ridiculous, so I'm going with the Red Sox getting the W and doing it at minus 1.5 odds. Again, plus 128 right now on FanDuel. Let's get you a quick Subaru of New England scoreboard update. Subaru summer is finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. We'll focus specifically in the division. We're not the only doubleheader. The Yankees and Pirates, they got washed out yesterday at Yankee Stadium, so game one is now officially underway in the Bronx. They'll have, of course, another one coming up later tonight, and it's no score in game one right now. Bottom of the first inning in New York. Other game on the slate in the division, Toronto at home against the Tampa Bay Rays. 7:07 start time there. The Rays have won 7 of 8 against the Blue Jays this year. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Big thank you to Joe Braverman. I'm Joe Weil. Hang tight. Red Sox versus O's. History on the line with Will Fleming, Lenny Donardo, Sean McDonough on the call. Coming up next along the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Mass Mutual. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's time for the great mascot race. Ready? Go. And they're off. Look at them go. They're neck and neck. Listen to that crowd. It's the home stretch. Here they come. Here's the play at the plate. It's Captain. Congratulations on winning the great mascot race.
Santiago and the plate umpire Joe West waiting, and West is saying throw the ball. So Joe's putting a little heat on Mondesi. Look at this. How do you like that? Strike. And he hadn't come up to the plate yet. Oh, here comes Lasorda. And Joe West, Cowboy Joe West, has just lassoed Raul Mondesi.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
I don't know how that ball didn't get through. Great play by that shortstop Chang, great positioning, but that was an outstanding swing, and it was a great game. Obviously, it's tough that we came out on the wrong side, but you know, and also the errors we made were tough, but it was a really, really gutsy game.
But to your point, we can't ignore that.
Ending his entire minor league career. Yeah. What do you know about him?
Yeah, he's just a performer. You know, it's one of those guys where he knows how to pitch. He knows what he needs to do to go out and attack guys. And just like we talk about with our young guys, you know, the more that they can know themselves and what makes them great and not trying to be more than who they are, that's where the young pitchers succeed right away. And you know, that's what we're seeing from him, even on the other side with Tolley, you know, but also with our guys and BY and Bradish, you know. And even when, you know, Trey Gibson came up and had his, you know, a couple of his thoughts were really good. When he's being themselves, a young guy, that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing from Bennett right now.
You love this game so much, so that means today's a great day, right? Two of them.
Good. Today's a great day. Split doubleheader, getaway day. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just glad we didn't stick around until midnight before it gets banged. So, you know, it's tough to win one game in the big leagues, but you know, to win two is going to be extremely difficult. But I love where our guys are at right now, and we just got to take one game at a time, and you know, come out with the first game and put our best foot forward. Our guys are prepared and ready, and go out and compete.
Good luck today. The sun's out at Fenway.
The sun's out of Fenway, and I sans the kids. You know, Norman and CJ didn't bring a win last time during the radio interview, so I kept them in the office. Can't have that.
We're back with more next on the Orioles Radio Network.
Wise to Go online shopping is a major time saver. Between school pickup, helping with homework, and the never-ending pile of laundry, time is something I never seem to have enough of. That's why I rely on Wise2Go online shopping. I put the kids to bed, hop online, and shop from home, knowing my Wise2Go shopper will have my order picked to perfection the next day. Spending less time shopping around means I can spend more time on what matters most. Now that's convenient. That's wise.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
Hey Maryland, need a simple way to feed your team this summer? Let your local Chick-fil-A restaurant cater your dinner. Choose from a variety of trays like Chick-fil-A nuggets, mac and cheese, and dessert. Perfect for your team of any size. And you can easily place a contactless order through the Chick-fil-A app, online or by calling ahead. Then pick up at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Dinner's ready so you can enjoy more this summer together. Availability and order requirements vary. See restaurant for details.
Hi, this is Orioles Hall of Famer Mike Bordick. After 14 seasons in the majors and over 1,700 games, my body's sure been through a lot. I thought pain was just part of life, especially plantar fasciitis. I used to judge my days by how I'd walk down the stairs. If my feet were hurting, I knew the day wasn't going to be easy. But since I started wearing Good Feet arch supports, I'm back to feeling my best. And my feet, well, they've never felt better. Don't let plantar fasciitis slow you down like it did me. Try them for yourself with a free fitting and test walk. Visit goodfeet.com.
Coming up, we break down today's starting pitching matchup on the Orioles Radio Network.
A rainy night in New England last night, so day-night doubleheader today. The O's and Red Sox will get going real soon, then 7:10 is Game 2 tonight. Josh Lewin with you. Let's get you today's injury report. We have breaking news. It's brought to you by Orthopedic Associates of Central Maryland, a division of CAO. Have injuries taking you out of the game? Visit mdbonedocs.com. The catching situation takes a late turn for the worse. We have just now learned Samuel Basallo will not be ready to roll when the team gets back to Baltimore. 10-day retroactive to Monday. Outfielder Jonathan Rodriguez goes onto the active roster as of literally 5 minutes ago. The Orioles' 11-man IL now includes 8 players on the 60-day, but at least for Basallo, he's only on the 10-day right now, and the hope is it won't be too long at all with him. Ryan Mountcastle, recovering from a fractured left foot, has already missed, 87 games, but he's trending in the right direction. The rotation without Chris Bassett for a while seems like they're in capable hands without him. Collectively, a 3.02 ERA since May the 22nd. That's the second lowest in baseball in that time. In Game 1 today, Dean Kramer for Baltimore, the young lefty Jake Bennett for Boston. Brett Hollander has more on that matchup when we come back. This is Orioles Baseball on the Orioles Radio Network.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. One pitch and another one pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
As the Red Sox will hand the baseball to Jake Bennett, and the Sox with a lot of the stars in the lineup here today. Time now for our injury report, brought to you by CVS. CVS knows that where you get your medicine matters. That's why CVS is by your side right when you need it most. Welcome to CVS, the official pharmacy of the Red Sox. And Lenny, it's a big deal whether or not Ranger Suarez can pitch in Game 2. The Red Sox do feel set up pretty well with the off day tomorrow. If Ranger can't go, it's likely to be Rivera and maybe some Bayo sprinkled in here or there. But Ranger, we learned today, is not only dealing with the groin comeback, but he's just been under the weather. So it's more about whether he slept, whether he was able to hydrate, whether or not he was able to get himself ramped up. But we'll deal with that when we get to Game 2 as to whether or not Ranger Suarez can go. Not to put anything sour in the universe these days with what's going on with the Red Sox, but I thought it was interesting listening to Garrett Crochet yesterday. He sounded so discouraged. And I know he's a competitor. He wants to be a part of this, but it sure feels like Garrett's shoulder is not responding the way that he wanted.
Yeah, it's been tough. Shoulders are finicky, too. Elbows are relatively easy in comparison. You know, you fix it, you do your rehab, you're good to go. But there's so many moving parts in that shoulder. And you heard him say he doesn't want to just be a warm body on the bench and not be 100% to go out there and help this club. So the fact that he's not seen on the bench is somewhat superstition. But it's also, you know, he doesn't want to be that guy.
He says, I'm not going in the dugout till they lose. I'm not doing it.
And I get it. We're a superstitious bunch, and it's got to be difficult for a guy that has that competitive edge, that wants to go out there and help this team continue to go out there and win ball games. It's what he's done throughout his whole career. And but you see what they've done without him. It's that next-up mentality that this Red Sox club has had since June 24th.
Well, the depth in pitching, right, has been the strength even at the beginning of the season when they weren't winning games. Were one of the worst teams in the American League. The pitching was certainly good enough to win for most of that stretch. It was the offense. And to me, what they've done in the situation they're in now is even more remarkable, given that they've done it without Crochet and without Roman Anthony. Because when the season started, I think you could have made the argument he was expected to be their best everyday player. So they've really played a lot of the year without their best pitcher and their best everyday player. And when those guys were in the lineup earlier in the season, they weren't as good, anywhere near as good as they usually are.
Time now for Lenny DiNardo after Jose David Flores presented the lineup cards for today's starting lineups.
All right, it's time for the Morgan & Morgan starting lineups, brought to you by America's largest injury law firm. So let's meet tonight's players for the Baltimore Orioles. Playing left field, batting first, Taylor Ward, followed by...
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
And I think he went around. He did.
In the glove and then out. It should have been the third out of the inning for the Mets. So the Red Sox catch a break.
There you go. Hey, got a man making a play. Didn't spill a drop either. Meet people he never knew before.
Right back here. That's as close as it's ever got to be, Michael.
Look out.
Give that 103 feet on that one.
Oh my goodness.
We're good. We're good. We're okay.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play.
He's going to catch fire.
He was really able to get that foot down early and dial it up in his last game on Monday. The Red Sox, again, have a chance to really do something super special. And if you're in Boston, if you're in Maine, if you get in your car, I mean, you can get here today.
You said that earlier, but the people who had the tickets for the rained-out game last night have the tickets for today.
Yeah, well, they're not here.
I think we're going to have but they still might show up with their tickets. I don't think they're down in the box office saying, hey, we have a hunch Herb out in the right field box seats isn't going to show up today, so we'll sell you his ticket.
It's been electric at Fenway Park. Looking forward to a couple of games here today. Jake Bennett is just about ready to go. He has been an absolute revelation, has Bennett. 9 straight games with 5 or more innings pitched to begin his career, and looking to keep that going here today. For the Orioles, they have really struggled against left-handed pitching. And Bennett and hopefully Suarez or maybe even Rivera look to keep that going here today. Taylor Ward, right-handed batter. Gray Uni into the right-handed box. The Red Sox deep on the infield, just about set to go as the Red Sox look to tie the all-time team record with 15 consecutive wins. The bullpen door is open for the Orioles, so Bennett looks over his left shoulder. Just waiting a minute or two to get going. Now the door is closed, and here we go. Bennett into the wind. The first pitch is predictably strike one on the outside corner. It is what he does. 0-1. Started right on time. 1:35, 82 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Plymouth Rock. 0-1 from Bennett. He is swung on and missed. Change-up. And it's 0-2. Auto and home insurance made for Boston sports fans. PlymouthRock.com/Red Sox. Lenny, that's just what he does. Strikes with all of his pitches.
Yeah, I feel like that was just a preview of his whole outing right there. Fastball, then change-up.
0-2 is another change that misses down and away, and it's 1-2.
Typically uses that up in the zone and then uses the change-up down at the bottom. But, it's all about location for Bennett, staying inside the strike zone and getting to 2 strikes quickly.
Contreras way off the line and deep at first. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. A changeup. He got him. 1 away.
It's a beautifully located pitch right there. That's what makes him special. He goes out there, he attacks his zone, not just with 2 pitches. He's got a few different fastballs. The changeup, the difference in speed is there, the location.
Here now, Pete Alonso, who was hit by a pitch in the 9th inning on Monday, but stranded as the Red Sox won their 14th straight. The pitch to Alonso, swung on and missed. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Little foul tip, and it's 0-1.
One other thing that could be a factor today, pretty good breeze blowing straight out to center field, 11 miles per hour, gusts over 20.
Bennett has allowed 3 home runs in 54 innings. 0-1, he throws. And a swing and a soft ground ball to short. Chang has got it. He throws to first in time, plenty of time. Beauty of a start. And they're 2 down. Defensive alignment brought to you by James Hardy. Hardy Siding is America's #1 brand of siding. You got Wilson at first, Romy at second. You just heard Chang at shortstop. Caleb Durbin, who if it ended right now would win the Gold Glove. He's at third. Abreu in right, Cedon in center, Duran in left. By far and away the best defensive outfield in baseball. 2 down, bases empty. Here's Gunnar Henderson, who takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Henderson, spectacular game on Monday. He loves hitting at Fenway. 17 homers, 44 driven in. The 0-1 pitch is a soft ground ball on the right side. Bennett's got to hurry off the mound. He spins, bare hands, throws to first, but not in time. Henderson runs too well there. Bennett is many things. Quick, not one of them. And he just couldn't get off the mound in time. So a little infield swinging bunt hit with 2 down to the first.
Apparently, the Pink Panther and or Drago don't run very well.
He's stealthy, but he's not necessarily fleet of foot.
I went to Syracuse. I don't understand the distinction, but I'll look it up. Just kidding, all my fellow orange people out there.
Here now, Tyler O'Neill, who hit that line drive to short that was caught by Chang to make it 14 in a row. 205 with 6 home runs. Henderson is always a threat to run. The pitch is a strike at the top of the zone.
Listen, if you've ever seen Friday the 13th, the guy has one speed. You can run 1,000,000 miles an hour. He's always going to be right behind you, but it's a quick walk, right?
Stay away from the bison in Yellowstone, 0-1.
He's Jason Voorhees up there. That's it.
Bennett at the belt with Henderson leading at first. Throws and to O'Neill. Skies went into right field, but it'll hang up. Cedon and Willier come together, and Rafaela at the wind took that one onto the warning track. The wind is going to be a factor today, but Cedon up to the task. Bennett threw the first without a run. We go to the bottom half. It'll be
the MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
To be on a card is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and to do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, couldn't have imagined.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Bottom one, Masataka Yoshida leads it off as the Red Sox held the Orioles off the scoreboard in the top half. And Dean Kramer, right-hander, into his wind, he throws. And the first pitch to Masa is a strike on the outside corner. Kramer 1-2 with a 4.15 ERA. We thought we'd see Kyle Bradish yesterday, and even indeed in game one of this doubleheader, but instead they flipped it a little bit. Kramer is the starter. The 0-1 to Yoshida, who's been great lately. The pitch is looped into center field. It is sinking. It is down for a base hit. Yoshida just keeps on going, and the leadoff man is aboard. It may not be full, but Fenway is alive again as Yoshida bloops one in.
Well, nobody's seen Kramer better than Yoshida. Got a good pitch to hit right there. He drove it right up the middle using the big part of the field. Good start right there for the Red Sox. That's what they need to do or continue to do is apply pressure early and often against these clubs.
So here's Cedon, who's 1 for 8 against Kramer. 281 with 8 home runs. Double play depth behind the right-hander Kramer, who's already shaking off his catcher. He says yes, and he throws, and Cedon takes a ball down and away. The Orioles officially put Samuel Basayo on the injured list today. Sam Huff is the catcher with Alonso at first and Holiday at second. These fans are alive and into it right away. 1-0 to Cedon. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and lined foul on the first base side, out of play. And it is a ball and a strike. That one caromed off the facing of the Aura Pavilion level, and it's a ball and a strike. Kramer has been limited this season. Injury. 26 innings pitched overall in his starts. 1-1 the pitch. Here's a soft ground ball on the right side. It might find a home. Yoshida heads for second. Seidon is in time. Oh, beat the throw at first. A little swinging dribbler on the right side. And the Red Sox just keep on going. They got 2 on with nobody out.
Location, location, locations. Not often how hard you hit the ball. It's where you put it. With Seidon's speed, no problem. Thought that was going to be a productive out off the bat, but I tell you what, we'll take it.
Yeah, second baseman Holiday playing pretty deep and up the middle. He had a long way to go for that little nubber in the middle of the right side. When you're going like the Red Sox are, these are the things that happen. Yoshida's really a bloop hit in the center, and that's an infield bleeder for Rafaela.
And now a huge chance for Abreu. 2 on with none out. Kramer in a bind at the belt. He sets, he throws, and Willier takes a strike. That was a splitter on the outside corner. He had a quad strain, Dean Kramer, in the middle part of April, so he's really been limited by injury. Abreu against him, also 1 for 8, but what a streak he's been on. 0-1 pitch is outside. The takes, Lenny, have been so calm from Willier.
Not a lot of movement with the hands or head, getting the foot down, and other than that, that's it. He's waiting for that mistake pitch, put a charge into it.
7 for 18 since the All-Star break. 1-1, 2 on, none out. Kramer does not feel like he's on the same page with his catcher, Sam Huff. I mean, I understand being scared of Abreu, but that's the second time he's just not agreed with the call.
Well, must be tough. How old Sam Huff? He was a legendary football player.
Career change.
Decades ago.
1-1 to Abreu. Here's the pitch, and it is low. Linebacker with the Giants and Redskins.
One of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
I did ask Josh Lewin, is he any relation, this Sam Huff, to that Sam Huff? And he said no.
I had so many great memories as a kid listening to Frank Herzog, Sonny Jurgensen, and Sam Huff do football games on the radio.
For the Washington football team.
You got it. 2-1 to Willier Abreu. 2 on, none out. The pitch is swung on and ripped, caught it first. And Alonso just saved at least a run. That was unlucky, but the Red Sox ran the bases well. They got back to second and first, and there's one away.
Alonso's glove is going to be mistaken for Swiss cheese later. I mean, that ball was absolutely smoked off the bat.
Right, 2 bloop hits, basically, a bloop hit and a bleeder, and then that was an absolute rocket, and it winds up being caught.
It's funny, earlier in the season, Rafaela's ground ball was probably hit 15 miles an hour harder. That's a double play ball. Just everything's kind of falling in and happening.
Well, and a big part of that is this man right here, Wilson Contreras, who bats with 2 on and 1 out in the very first inning. The pitch is swung on and lined into left field, base hit. Yoshida had to hold. He will get to third. Contreras just keeps on doing it, and with 1 out, the bases are loaded. Pickle juice shot down the hatch.
Oh. But that's what those are. I thought you guys had to leave some sort of a sample. And after listening to your broadcast, you probably should be tested every now and then.
And who would you rather have up than Caleb Durbin in this spot right here? The man who was the hero in the 8th inning on Monday night. Chance to break it open right here. Loaded up with 1 down. Kramer throws. Caleb swings and fouls it back. Man alive, that was a sinking fastball. Well located, and it's 0-1.
I admired what this man's done so much, to get off to such a terrible start. I mean, there's no other way to phrase it, and even he admits that. And to turn it around the extent that he has, it says a lot about him in a lot of ways.
No doubt about that. 0-1. They lead at every base. No score for now. Kramer sets. He throws. Durbin swings and lines one into center field. That is down for a hit. Yoshida scores. Seidon being waved home. Throw from center up the line. Not in time. Caleb Durbin does it again. And it's 2-0 Red Sox.
It's just what he's been doing, driving the ball to the center part of the field. Not trying to do too much. 219 feet, 72 off the bat. You saw the same type of swing and hit from Yoshida early in this game. Getting what is given to you and putting a nice little swing on it. We talk a lot about this streak, but it goes back to June 25th. Something special happened on the 24th. Caleb Urban dove into first base, dislocated his pinky, and then the next game went out there, tie ball game, 2-2 in the 5th inning, hit a home run. I feel like that spoke to the players.
I do too. The pitching coach is on the mound. The Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. Every strikeout from a Sox pitcher during the year, Arbella donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. Felix Neon is the home plate umpire with Austin Jones at first, and the crew chief Jordan Baker at second. He is in some ways with Contreras like the spiritual leader of the team.
What did he call him the other day? Little Bowser?
Little Bowser.
Little Bowser. Baby
Wilson
Bowser.
told us, he said, for now, that's his name, Little Bowser. Bowser Jr. All right, now a chance to really get this thing going with Contreras, who held at second. Durbin at first here. Now Romy. The pitch is swung on a miss. That was a really good cut fastball. And it's 0-1. You haven't had your pickle juice. Why not?
I keep looking at it.
Sean looks right now like I just handed him a bar of Lifebuoy soap.
Still trying to make sure this is pickle juice. Color is a little bit off-putting.
You're not a rookie. We're not going to do that to you.
0-1. The pitch is a ball outside.
It's
another
working
cutter
for everybody else.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of this?
It helps you. You don't cramp. Contreras does one every 2 innings.
I heard him say that.
Yeah. This started about a month ago.
Was your interview one of your many interviews with him?
When you play great, you get the treat of talking to us after games. 1-1 to Romy. The pitch is fouled off a little late there on a fastball. Fan made a good play, and it's 1-2.
And interesting, too, in the change about Contreras. A few weeks ago, he had a couple episodes where he got ejected from games, and he was clearly very emotional. And the narrative was, well, you'd like to see the intensity and the caring, but is it a little too much? Now it's become, wow, he's driving the team, and he's a team leader, and I guess both can be true.
1-2 to Romy is swung on and missed. That was a great splitter, and Gonzalez is gone. So, with 2 runs in and 2 men down, here comes Jarren Duran.
Even with that suspension, still has 4 home runs and 13 RBIs within this little stretch. It's been incredible.
Jarren 5 for 11 against Kramer in his career. He had the hit and the sac fly that got the Red Sox the lead on Monday. He's the 7th batter, brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. Pitch to Jarren is a strike. Borderline on the outside corner. And it's 0-1.
Let's see if he can make Lenny look even better than usual.
Hard to do.
I think I'm 5 for 5. 4 of those are home runs. One was a big RBI.
Do you know the lottery numbers?
0-1 is swung on and driven into right field. He did it again. Duran has doubled into the corner at least. 1 run in with Contreras. Durbin being waved around. Duran into third with a head first slide. 2-run triple. And it is 4-0 Red Sox.
6 for 6? Duran, my goodness. I mean, the numbers are one thing. I love the numbers. 455 coming into this game, but you love the swings coming into this matchup, driving the ball the other way, getting backspin. The numbers really weren't showing up on the page, but the approach has been where he's stuck with it.
His 3rd triple, and the Red Sox have hung a 4 spot in the 1st inning. Here now, Connor Wong. How fun is this? The pitch is outside a fastball.
A lot of fun. Just the whole vibe and just walking around the park today. The anticipation of coming into the game hoping to witness something historic was palpable.
1-0. Wong takes a ball outside. You got Chang on deck. Connor in his career against Kramer is 0 for 6 with 3 strikeouts. That's only Duran's 3rd triple. It is so fun to see him in top gear.
He just runs so hard and so fast.
2-0 the pitch. Wong swings and pops it foul on the first base side, out of play. And I think we are probably, because of the time change, rain out yesterday, we're probably at like 75% full, and yet it sounds loud.
Oh, they're into it. And it's hard, right? I mean, you think you're coming to a 7-10 start last night. A lot of people had plans today. Obviously, some people have to work.
This does not feel like work. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed to Cutter, and it's 2-2. The amount of people you hear from day in, day out talking about this team, it's just that the entire dynamic has changed. And this city, the best city in the world, is at its best when the Red Sox are rolling. 2-2 as Wong calls for time. There's nothing like a summer when the Red Sox are playing great.
When the people are into it and fully engaged. And, it's a likable group of Red Sox players. I think people have a lot of respect for Chad Tracy and the job he's done.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Wong. 4-0 Red Sox. The pitch is a check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. He holds up according to Austin Jones. And the count is full.
We're seeing a lot more of that from this Red Sox offense as well. Taking pitches off the plate, pitches that they would typically swing at earlier in the season for strike 3.
I think Wong is looking to sell out right here. 3-2 with Duran leading at third. 4-0 the score. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. He got him with a cutter. Inning over, however, the Red Sox put 4 across. You sometimes just run out of words for what's happening with this group right now.
Ewing coming over, diving, and he makes the catch. A psychopathic play for Ewing.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He is unbelievable.
A spectacular play.
This is that Ellie pterodactyl move.
Michael goes up. He's got it. He always has it.
Good backhand. Suarez long throw.
Got him.
And he makes the catch and hangs on. Not an easy play.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3.
Perfectly done.
On the run, extends and makes the play.
Oh, baby. Robles goes to a slide and he makes the catch.
Oh, what a play by Khalil Watson. Are you kidding me?
And he can scoot, can he? And Laura just snaps it. Marcia charging, dives and makes the grab.
Alcantara, the Jaguar.
Oh, plenty of up.
How about that?
Diving play at short by Neto.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time.
77777.
That's why Joe Braverman is the best. The Pink Panther, Jake Bennett, pops one up. Does Romy see it?
Nope.
No, but he dives and catches it at the last moment. That was spectacular. It's a very tough sky right now. And again, everything breaking Red Sox. That looked like it was sure to drop in. Contreras came over, and then Romy just said, I got it at the very last minute, and dove back to his right and made a sensational play.
I've never seen a player lay out like that at a ball that was basically hit right at him straight. He caught that right off the grass.
He is an athlete. That was Kobe Mayo. So now 1 down on Leody Taveras. Jake Bennett into the wine. He throws, and Taveras takes another first pitch strike.
And that first pitch is brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car accident or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all sevens at 617-777-7777.
Line drive to right. Abreu over to his left. He's there to make the play.
Bennett has now thrown 13 pitches, 12 of them strikes.
Which is what he does, Sean. And 2 parts of that. Number one, it's what you want from any starting pitcher. But on a day where you're playing a doubleheader, you don't know whether Ranger's available. Efficiency, get deep into this game would be a huge plus for this team. So now 2 down for Christian Encarnacion Strand. The pitch is a strike.
That's the beautiful thing about having a changeup like the one Bennett has, is you're not only working in, out, up, and down, you're working back in front of the box. So it looks like it's in the same spot as that fastball. You get guys way out in their front foot.
0-1. Swing and a miss. There it is again. I mean, he was way ahead of that changeup, and it's 0-2. I mean, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. Jake Bennett looks kind of like a star pitcher in the making. He just got all the attributes, all the stuff, all the demeanor. 0-2. Pitch is swung on a cued. Foul on the third base side. It stays 0-2.
The last time out against Tampa Bay went 6 innings and gave up 1 hit. So that's now 7 2/3 innings of scoreless ball in his last 2 starts, having allowed 2 hits, and the one today was a little bleeder.
4-0 Red Sox. The 0-2 is looped. Foul high into the upper deck. And again, it's impossible to separate this run they're on with moves that Craig Breslow made. Caleb Durbin has been awesome. Wilson Contreras has been their leader. The 0-2 pitch is pop foul on the first base side. And this guy, Jake Bennett, I mean, it stunned everybody. Luis Perales was the top prospect in the Red Sox organization. And Craig and his team identified traits with this guy, notably extension and pitchability. And they traded for him, and boy, has it worked out. The 0-2 is inside with a fastball, 1-2.
And you talk about how he's a strike thrower. Mechanically, he repeats his mechanics so well. They're very simple, not a lot of herky-jerky action. He's not a max effort guy. He's 93 free and easy.
1-2. Pitch is rip foul. He went to the changeup. And you hear the Red Sox talk about how they kind of drool over the notion of what he could become with more strength, a little more velocity. I want to leave him alone. He is just great as he is.
I'm with you.
1-2. Calmly he winds, he throws, and a little looper into center field. Cedon coming on. He can't make the play on one hop. He grabs it. And Encarnacion Strand has looked good in this series. And he's got the Orioles' second hit. Extend the inning with 2 outs for Jackson Holliday.
That was a good piece of hitting right there with 2 strikes. Was able to shorten up and just get the bat to the ball. You know, with a guy like Bennett, I feel like it's not necessarily adding on velocity. It's building up so he can perform throughout a long big league season.
2 down, 1 on. Here's Holliday. Pitch is a little bit outside. You don't want to pass judgment too quickly on young players, but I think it is totally fair to say that so far the number 1 overall pick, Jackson Holliday, has not met expectations. 1-0. Contreras holding Encarnacion Strand over at first. 1-0 pitch. Little looper into left field. That's a base hit. Kind of a fisted inside-out line drive, and the Orioles have a real threat going now. 2 on with 2 out. For the 9-hole hitter, Sam Huff.
Yeah, you look at Jackson, and there's a lot of similarities as far as age and amount of time in the big leagues with a guy like Caleb Durbin. You know, the more you stick with these young players and let them make that adjustment, not just the first adjustment, but that second one that these pitchers make, that's how these guys become superstars.
No doubt about it. Here's Sam Huff, and this is where the Orioles' injury to their catchers really stands out. Sam Huff hitting a .138. Big spot for Bennett. He throws, and Huff swings and misses at a changeup. It's 0-1. Lenny, on Monday, it was mostly fastballs that got him, but that changeup, I think, sets up a lot of other choices.
Yeah, you leave the bullpen. Some days you feel really confident in one pitch or the other, and it changes throughout the game, but you could tell the changeup today, 100% confidence.
0-1 infield, backed up with 2 down. The pitch is swung on and missed. Another changeup. Would he have any reason to throw anything other than that pitch here, Lenny?
He hasn't proven that he can get any barrel on that baseball, so I'm throwing the same pitch, maybe off the plate just a tad more.
0-2. 2 on, 2 out, 4-0 Red Sox in the second. Bennett at the letters. He delivers, and Huff swings and misses. Exactly that. Changeup off the plate, and the inning is over.
Huff's now struck out in each of his last 9 at-bats, to your point about...
Gathers himself, and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second. Diving to his left, 1 pitch, and another 1 pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
C.B. Buckner entertaining the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
Chopper off the plate. That's a fair ball. Foul. Foul ball.
Why is that a foul ball?
Oh, that's why.
Oh, my. The awkward look at the play continues. He is going to be a down duck.
Put a slide.
Brought to you by Ambutra. You did this on purpose. Vutrisiran. How'd I do that? Ask your doctor about Ambutra and visit Ambutra.com. Ambutra.com. AMBUTTRA.com. Learn more today.
That wasn't very nice of me. TSUNG, Su Cheng swings and misses at a off-speed pitch, a curve, and it's 0-1.
What does Ambutra do?
I think it's a blood thinner, I think.
Thank God.
You need it with your sling on.
I know.
No, Lenny's playing hurt.
Yes.
You got to stand up every other inning.
0-1. The pitch. Chang pops it up. Foul side of third, headed for the seats and out of play. 0-2. You managed to get through the pickle juice shot. Nice.
I did.
Nicely
It wasn't
done.
that, surprisingly, it tasted like pickles. It wasn't that bad.
There was suspicion.
And my cramping is gone.
You had a lot coming in.
Yeah.
0-2. 4-0 Red Sox. What a ride it's been. Kramer throws. Chang swings and fouls. There are two tracks to this whole thing. One, it is so fun to chase history and try to tie the club record and maybe pass it tonight. But far more important than that is what it's done to their playoff prospects and what it's done to their standing. 0-2 to Chang. Kramer throws, and it's a swing and a miss on a splitter, and there's one away. They come into play today, 6.5 out in the AL East, 4.5 back of the Yankees, but squarely in the lead in the wild card chase, and right there for the second wild card with the Cleveland Guardians. All right, here's Massa, who singled his first time. 4-0 Red Sox. Pitch is outside. The Yankees and Pirates also play a doubleheader today because they got rained out in New York. They're in game one in the 4th inning, and they're scoreless on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Subaru Summer finally here. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-0 to Massa. Ripped down the right field line, but foul just in front of the tarp, and it's 1-1.
So you give Lenny Ambutra Vutrisiran, and you take Subaru? That doesn't seem very nice.
I do CVS. 1-1 to Massa. Pitch is a really good one. Splitter, and it's 1-2.
That's a pitch he throws 32% of the time.
The batter is challenging the strike ball.
Massa wants to challenge here.
I think he's right.
He's been good at this, and he is right. It's a ball outside.
The voice of the song, 2 challenges remaining.
But they're all close on the review, because if it wasn't close, you wouldn't be reviewing it.
That's a good point.
Every now and then. Even a stop clock is right twice a day.
But the Red Sox have gotten so much better at challenging. That flips the whole count. It's 2-1 to Massa.
You think they can practice that?
They do. The pitch is outside. They've started to do that. They've brought pitching machines out, and they challenge, and they ask them whether it's a ball or a strike. That was definitely a ball and a splitter, and it's 3-1.
And that's such a good count. 1-1. If you can go 2-1 versus 1-2.
3-1 is a strike. He might challenge that one, too. He will.
Similar pitch.
The batter is challenging the strike ball.
Closer. I think he might lose this one. The verdict is about to come in. And it is a strike.
Score is confirmed. Boston has one challenge remaining.
So Massa giveth and Massa taketh away. That in a 3-1 count there with the bases empty, that is not good. But got another crack at it right here. It just limits the rest of the hitter's ability to challenge throughout the game.
More practice on the challenge thing.
3-2. Massa swings and fouls it off. It's 4-0. They've won 14 in a row. It's not that big a deal. Part of it is Massa inherently kind of pulls himself toward the first base bag, and so I think maybe outside pitches on takes look a little more away.
He came in hitting 500 against Kramer. This is a guy you want to continue to get as many pitches as possible.
Yeah, in some ways you're glad he didn't walk.
He's 6 for 11 now against this pitcher.
3-2 is swung on and loop foul down the left field line. Lenny, I find Massa to be a big part of this story too. I mean, he's a guy who it took an injury to Roman Anthony and many others to get regular playing time, and when he's gotten it, he's been great.
It's amazing when you get out there more often, you get consistent at bats, you see more pitches, you're able to do more damage.
3-2, 1 down, 4-0 Red Sox. Kramer throws, Massa swings and lines it foul. What an at bat this is becoming. He'll see at least 9 pitches.
Yeah, they got 24 in the first inning, made him work, made him sweat out there. So far this inning, what is that, 11, 12 pitches?
36 total, and on a day of a doubleheader, the more you can tax these pitchers, the better off you are.
3-2. Here's the pitch, and it is a ball up and away. Curveball not close. Really good plate appearance by Massa. Form running down the first baseline. I mean, he looks like he's in an Olympic relay, and he's aboard with 1 down for Cedon. It's hard to say how many times in this kind of a situation, after a long at-bat, Cedon absolutely lifts off. Massa's at first. Kramer has double play depth behind him. 1 on, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and missed. He was trying to do it right there, a cutter, and it's 0-1. By the way, that walk brought to you by North Shore Adult Diapers. Even the heaviest control problems, visit northshore.com. 0-1 to Cedon. Kramer throws. Cedon takes high. You don't want him challenging here. I mean, Cedon, by the numbers, is the worst challenger among hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, you got to take that club out of his bag, to be honest, completely.
1-1. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner.
Do you think
Perfect.
They have a sign for that? They have the take sign. They have the don't run sign. They give them the absolutely do not challenge sign.
Yeah, there's not enough time, but I think there probably have been some meetings saying we got to press pause on this for a while. 1-2 to Cedon. Massa leading at first with Abreu on deck. The pitch is swung on and driven high into center field, but Taveras has room in front of the 379 right at the warning track. He's there to make the play. Cedon just missed it, and they're 2 down.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much more on a day like today with the wind blowing out. That didn't get really high enough in the air either to kind of catch the jet stream.
You know you're living a good life, Lenny, when you're Sean McDonough and there's a noticeable golf glove tan on your left hand.
I wear gloves around the house.
Can never be too careful. Here's Abreu. The pitch is popped up. Foul side of third. It's going to stay in the yard, but does Encarnacion Strand find it? He does. He makes the play behind the coach's box, and the inning is over. Abreu not happy with himself.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998. Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
Well, the inning is where he's out. Yes, sir. Is out. Look at this.
Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Stottlemyre still wants somebody. There's Randy Johnson, the big unit. He towers over everybody. Randy's got to change his cap.
Oh, jeez. There you go. That looks better. Get that D-backs hat on, Randy.
The third, 4-0 Sox. And for the play-by-play, here's Sean McDonough.
All right, Will and Lenny. Bennett ready to go. His 27th pitch of the ball game is his 24th strike. Taken right down the middle by Taylor Ward. It's the top of the order for the Orioles. Ward, Pete Alonso, and Gunnar Henderson. The big lefty Bennett fires, and it's a line drive right field. Abreu a couple of steps towards center field to catch it. And Ward is 0 for 2. He struck out his first time up. Third inning was brought to us by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Red Sox. No runs, 3 hits for Baltimore. In the top of the third, Bennett's first pitch to Pete Alonso is a strike taken over the outside corner.
Bennett continues to get strike one. Been very economical so far today. We'll see if he changes the repertoire a little bit second time around the lineup. I wouldn't.
No. Alonso grounded to short his first time up. He takes a ball low. Bennett 6'6", 240 pounds, an Oklahoman. 25 years old, pitched 3 years at the University of Oklahoma. Line drive down the right field line. That could be a problem, and it is a fair ball past the tarp and up into the stands on a hop, just shy of the pesky pole. So a ground rule double for Alonso, and that is the first extra base hit of the game for Baltimore.
Why do I think of Keith Jackson every time you hear it? Oklahoma.
We did a bunch of games there this past season. The Sooners football team should be good again this year. Baseball team went to the finals of the College World Series and won it. I think they beat North Carolina. I remember watching it. Gunnar Henderson is the batter. He had a scratch hit down the first base line. His first time up. Bennett working out of the stretch. 4-0 Red Sox in the third. The pitch is down and in.
That's got to be a great place to do games, isn't it?
Oklahoma, it's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does the covered wagon come out and round the
Sooner
field?
Schooner. It does. Every now and then it tips over, which is not a good thing. But then again, don't we all? The set by Bennett and the pitch. Beautiful breaking ball. Swung on and missed on a pitch way outside and low. Henderson shaking his head in disbelief that he swung at it. You know, Mike Gottfried talked about when he was coaching at Kansas, they were always the homecoming game for Oklahoma, and he said he felt bad because they were so bad, like the horses were almost going into cardiac arrest because they come on the field every time Oklahoma scores.
It's like the cadets who do the push-ups when they score.
Yeah. That's a lot. You better be ready to do a lot of push-ups.
As you know, I always am.
Yes. The long set by Bennett. Now here's the 1-1. He jammed him, tied him up, and a swing and a miss on a pitch inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, you love the sequence right now so far from Bennett using that breaking ball away. That two-seamer lefty-lefty is such a weapon. Sets up so many different pitches.
Now the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball down and away. He didn't get Henderson to chase that one that time.
We had Jim Palmer in the booth yesterday and a little bit today, and I was listening to him talk baseball, and he's like, lefties, I throw two-seamers in against other lefties. The best pitch in the game.
The pitch, swinging a foul back to the screen, an 83-mile-an-hour changeup. Henderson's been tough on the Red Sox. Monday night, game 1 of this series, that scintillating back-and-forth Red Sox come from behind win. He had a career-high 3 doubles. He has a .936 OPS against the Red Sox since 2022. Third best of any player in the majors. Bennett's 2-2 pitch swung on and missed. He waved at a high four-seam fastball. Henderson strikes out. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Red Sox leading 4-0. And Alonso still the runner at second base. That's 3 Ks for Jake Bennett.
That's a huge strikeout for Bennett right there. You're talking about a guy in Henderson where if you played every other game, if you played 81 at Fenway Park, you probably hit 406 easily.
There's the former Red Sox outfielder Tyler O'Neill, who chops one foul behind home plate. Tyler fly to center his first time up. He's having a rough season, a little bit better lately, but still just 205 for the season coming in. That's dropped a point with his 0 for 1 today, and just 6 homers in 61 games. Right-handed hitter with an open stance. The pitch from Bennett, big swing and a miss. Foul tipped into the mid of Connor Wong.
He's got those 6 home runs. 3 of those were on consecutive at-bats over 2 games.
Disappointing year for him. He's battled some injuries. Alonso leads from second. Bennett looks at him a couple of times over his left shoulder. Now comes to the plate with an off-speed pitch way outside, backhanded by Wong.
Still looks like a character from Pumping Iron in 1977.
Yeah, he is put together. Bennett comes set just above the belt and below the letters. It is 1-2 pitch is a very high pop-up in shallow center. And a problem for Rafaela. He can't see it, and it drops. Battling the sun and the wind. Throw to second is over the head of the second baseman Gonzalez, and into second is Tyler O'Neill with a gift. It's going to be one of those days, I was going to say it earlier, between the bright sunshine, the gusty wind, the sun in and out of a bunch of patchy clouds that are around. We've already seen a number of players dealing with difficulty in finding the ball, and Rafaela never saw that one until it landed at his feet. Right, and straightaway center field on a different day. That's a routine out, an inning over. Tyler O'Neill's lucky he made it to second base. He was not running very hard, and then he had to pick up the pace, and Rafaela fired it in. I believe they scored that a double. So Alonso in, and now O'Neill is at second. It's 4-1 Red Sox, and the hits are even at 5 apiece. The batter's Kobe Mayo. He took ball 1 and now swings at strike 1 on a pitch down and away to the right-handed swinger.
Yeah, that can be frustrating for a guy like Bennett, but he's doing a job going out there, picking up his teammate, going right back out there and filling up the zone.
I don't think it's going to be the first.
Tough guy for sure. He did everything right. He got under the baseball, used his glove. He's got the shades out there.
It's been mostly a sunny sky, but every now and then it ducks behind a lot of these white, puffy, fair weather clouds. 1-1 pitch, swing and a foul. He jammed him with a fastball inside at 93. It went back to the screen, did the ball.
And you look at the difference in velocity between his fastball, 93, the changeup's a good 10 miles an hour off of that.
O'Neill leads from second. Outfield more or less straight away, all the way around. Abreu a step or two towards center. Bennett checks the runner. Not a very big lead for O'Neill. And the 1-2 pitch is low and away with a changeup.
Yeah, that was a ball out of his hand. That's probably a good 12 inches. Caught that right off the dirt. It's got to come out of that same tunnel and look like a good pitch to swing at to induce.
Mayo 0 for 3 in game 1. He swings, and it's a high fly ball to center again. Rafaela again has his hand up over his eyes, and he drifts back on the warning track to make the catch. High anxiety again, as it was pretty clear. Cedon had trouble picking that fly ball up.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Line drive down the right field line. It's going to drop and score 2. Keith is home. Green right behind him. Torque over to third. Throw to second. Not in time. Kevin McGonigal, first major league at bat, is a 2-run double, and the Tigers take a 3-0 lead in the first.
Welcome to the big leagues, Kevin McGonigal.
6th pitch of the at bat. Down the right field line in the corner. Off the top of the wall. Another extra base hit for McGonigal. Throw to second. Not in time. First 2 major league at bats. 2 doubles for Kevin McGonigal. How about Kevin McGonigal?
Boy, he's showing how quick he is on those inside pitches.
He's already at 60 in the third. Works the count even. Cues it off the end of the bat. That's going to be a tough play for Bogarts, and not in time.
I don't know if it's surprised is the right word, because McGonigal runs well, but he gets down that line really quick.
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
At Fenway Park, first game of this doubleheader after last night's rainout. Red Sox leading 4-1 as they bat in the third against Dean Kramer. Wilson Contreras down on the knee trying to check his swing at a very slow curveball at 76, and he could not stop himself. And it's 1 strike on the Red Sox first baseman, who singled and scored during the Red Sox 4-run first inning when they sent 8 men to the plate and scored 4 runs on 5 hits. Breaking ball pulled a long way foul into the roof box seats down the left field line. League leaders are brought to us by AZEK Exteriors, the leaders in exterior trim moldings. And Wilson Contreras is among the league leaders now in batting average. Started the day at .289. That's up to .291, which places him 5th in the American League. And his 22 home runs has him tied for 7th. Right-handed hitter with an open stance. The pitch from Kramer is a swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Huff for strike 3.
Well, I know Yordan Alvarez is having a historic season. He might win the Triple Crown, and he'll win the MVP if that happens. But he should be among the league leaders in MVP votes, too. I mean, he is having that kind of impact on this team.
Now at Shaw's and Star Market, get Signature Select Ice Cream, a box of Overjoyed Sugar Cones, and Overjoyed Sprinkles, all for $5 when you see the digital coupon.
Overjoyed? I wish Lenny had sounded a little more overjoyed when doing that, to be honest.
Yeah. Who wouldn't be overjoyed about ice cream and sprinkles?
Sean, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm just a good old-fashioned vanilla guy if I had to choose.
I'm a method reader. I actually need those in my hand in order to sound overjoyed.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm very method.
We could get you a little more emotion out of those reads in the future. It's a work in progress.
That also goes for Subaru.
Yes. Caleb Durbin fouled the first pitch away to the right, then takes a fastball up and in. He had the first RBI hit of this game, a 2-run single with the bases loaded and 1 out in the first inning. Brought in Yoshida and Rafaela. And Jarren Duran tripled to knock in the other 2. That's a soft line drive into the third base seats past the Orioles dugout.
Like, do you want chocolate sauce or anything else on it?
I shouldn't say that, but chocolate chip I like, mint chocolate chip.
Yeah.
I like almost all ice cream. I mean, if it's like you're going to the electric chair at midnight, you can have your last meal. There's going to be ice cream involved in that somehow.
We still have time to get that done.
1, 2. And the pitch is low and away, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I did some sprints in the hall before reading that Ambutra read, just to kind of get my heart rate up, some blood pressure going.
You should study under Lou Merloni. Lou is a very good reader.
He is. Hey, it's Lou.
Yeah, he's taking over for Joe Castig. Check, swing, little tapper down the third base line, being charged by Encarnacion Strand. Throw to first, not in time. Big stretch by Alonso, but Durbin just beat it, and another break for the Red Sox. That is their 6th hit, and I would say 2 of them have been hit hard.
Baby Bowser does it again, getting on base.
What was the lowest, and I shouldn't ask you a question I could find the answer to myself, but as you know, Will, with the technology, I'll have the answer to my question in the 6th inning. What was the lowest his batting average was?
I want to say it was around $140.
Yeah. and he's a hit machine since. He's hit safely now in 32 of the last 45 since May 28th, hitting .304, and that was coming into today as 2 more hits. He's at first. And Romy Gonzalez takes a sinker over the heart of the plate for a strike.
Well, I remember thinking, it was like 2 months in, and he's still, early in the season, it was a 103 when he came back to Fenway. But that to me doesn't really count because it's 9-10 games.
Right. Set by Kramer, he spins and throws to first in a close play. Durbin diving back in, hand first.
Durbin was 0 for 19 coming into this season. It was tough sledding from the get-go. He had that finger injury. And since then, they've won 19 of 21 games. He's been hitting .290 with 5 home runs, 12 RBIs since putting his finger back into place.
Good job by you, Lenny. Chief researcher as well. Fastball taken for a strike. Romy struck out swinging his first time up.
I think Durbin's going to run here, by the way. But on May 23rd, he was hitting $166. Yeah, it's 2 months into the season.
And that's hard to get out of, especially when the team is struggling. You're in a baseball market like this. People are questioning the trade. Swing and a foul ball, fly ball down the right field line into the roof box seats. Red Sox leading 4-1. They're batting in the home half of the third on a warm and humid afternoon at Fenway. The lights are on. We'll have the night game tonight at 7:10. Out of the stretch, Kramer. He pitches. And there's a well-hit ball to left. A line drive that falls in. It's off the left field wall on one hop. Durbin on his way to third. Romy's heading to second. The throw went to the cutoff man, the shortstop. And Romy Gonzalez has a double. And the Red Sox are in business again with runners at second and third and 1 out here in the 3rd inning.
That's the best swing I've seen from Romy since coming back. It was all about getting that timing back, getting the front foot down, letting the hands do work. And he put it together right there.
Conference at the mound. The catcher Huff, the first baseman Alonso in to talk to the 30-year-old veteran Kramer. Red Sox on WEEI, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Ford puts quality first, and now they're first in quality. Ford, the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and that dirty water.
In regards to Durbin, I love what Tracy had to say about him. You look at the overall picture, you look at the person, and just ask yourself, is this who he is? And if you look at the whole picture of Durbin, what he's done through his young career, that just wasn't him. He started off slow.
That hit for Gonzalez, by the way, ends in 0 for 22. Infield in for Baltimore. Kramer pitching out of the stretch to Jarren Duran, who swings, and it's a line drive to center. That'll be deep enough to get the run home from third. The catch made by Taveras. He throws to third to keep Gonzalez at second, but Durbin is in, and the Red Sox lead 5-1. And the Mafre feeling that Lenny DiNardo had before the game is spot on again, as Jarren Duran has now driven in 3 runs today, the latest with that sacrifice fly.
And that's just the swing you look at, it's eye-opening. Yes, it was an out, but it's a productive out. But you look at the at-bat, the swing, the approach, it all points to good things happening.
So Gonzalez still at second, 2 down, bottom of the third, 5-1 Red Sox. They're out hitting the O's 7-5. Neither team has made an error. Connor Wong is the batter. He struck out to end the first inning as the 8th batter of the inning. He swings again at a pitch up and away. Hasn't looked like he's seen the ball well in the 2 at-bats. He's taken a lot of waving swings and misses.
You've seen a lot of that pitch right there, that cut fastball starting on the black, working its way off. It's tough to lay off.
Pitch down and away, and he wasn't close to that one either. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, if you throw him anything other than that cut fastball off the plate, you'd be doing him a favor right here.
Dean Kramer up to 57 pitches, 43 strikes. Short lead for Romy from second. The second baseman, Holliday's not far away. Kramer's pitch, swung on and missed. Same pitch, same result. Pitch way outside, missed by Wong. He strikes out for the second time, but
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Top of the fourth inning at Fenway. Red Sox leading 5-1. Jake Bennett, another sterling performance through 3 innings. Here's a bunt try by Leody Taveras. It's a one-hopper out in front of the plate, fielded on the air by Connor Wong, and he throws to first in plenty of time. Nice play by Wong. Taveras tried to sneak in a bunt, and he got a room service hop, did Wong, to field that one right out in front of the plate.
Is it fair to say that's a Baltimore chop gone awry?
I like that. I like that.
You can't blame him.
See what you're doing there.
47 pitches, 38 strikes.
Crazy.
I mean, you got to do whatever you can do to get on base.
We came in to Jake Bennett with an ERA of 2.35, best among all qualified rookies in Major League Baseball. He had thrown 6 innings or more with 2 or few runs allowed in 5 consecutive starts. First-year Red Sox pitcher to do that since Dave Moorhead in 1963. There's a high fly ball to center field off the bat of Encarnacion Strand, and gone to dead center field, well up onto the tarp that blocks out those seats in the bleachers in straightaway center field during the day games. That was a bomb for the man they call CES in Baltimore, Christian Encarnacion Strand. His 2nd home run of the season. He's playing in just his 3rd game. And it's 5-2.
We just saw him do that on Monday. He likes to go out and ambush. First pitch, did it again.
A run in for Baltimore and 1 out here in the 4th. 5-2 Red Sox, and a breaking ball stays inside. To the left-handed hitting Gunnar Henderson, who had an infield hit in the 1st, and he struck out swinging in the 3rd. There's a bounding ball down to first, a tricky hop that's knocked down behind the bag by Contreras, and he beats Gunnar Henderson to the bag. Excuse me, Jackson Holliday to the bag. Holliday had a single to left his first time up. It's only my 2nd game of the year. The keeping score part's a little hard.
Yeah,
it's
hard to keep up with. What was your first year on Red Sox TV, Sean?
The first year of doing the play-by-play was in 1988.
So you did games at Memorial Stadium?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Give that fan a contract. Although Rex went with them to the legendary PA.
I went to all I went to so many games that we didn't have baseball in D.C. when I grew up there, and that was so good. Give that fan a contract.
He was our version of Shermfeller, their version of our Shermfeller. The pitch is a strike taken by Huff, who fouled one away. That was the 110th pitch of the game, right on the button. That's brought to us by the 110 Grill. Bounding ball down to 3rd. A couple of easy hops for Durbin. He fires to first to retire Huff, who's just happy to put the ball in play after 9 straight strikeouts. That ends the inning. Gluten-free dining done right. Visit any.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. One pitch and another one pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His 2nd blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Puede ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented
As we head to the home half of the 4th here at Fenway Park, the Red Sox have 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. It's 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors for Baltimore. Jarren Duran has driven in 3 of the 5 Red Sox runs. Box score update brought to us by the Mass State Lottery and Keno. It's a vibe and a home run.
You're a vibe, Sean.
I'm not sure what kind of a vibe. Very positive vibe around the hub as the Red Sox trying to win their 15th straight and tie the franchise record for longest winning streak, which dates back to 1946. Dean Kramer fires strike 1, taken by Chang. Sung-Chae Chang leading off, the number 9 hitter. He struck out his first time up. Then the top of the order, Yoshida and Rafaela. Kramer delivers, breaking ball fouled off Chang's foot.
Chang got a steady diet of those last at bat. It got a first pitch fastball. This about shaking his head afterwards. He wished he would have swung at that one.
Kramer works off the first base end of the rubber. Chang bats from the left, and the fastball is up and away. The only other 15-game winning streak, and this one isn't one yet, and we don't certainly want to jinx it. The 15-game franchise record winning streak was April 25th to May 10th, 1946. More than 80 years ago. It's the longest winning streak for any team in the majors since Milwaukee won 14 in a row. Last year, they did it the beginning to the middle of August. Since 2000, the 14-game winning streak is the 6th longest in the majors and the 4th in the American League. So we are in rare territory here. The pitch is bounced out in front of the plate.
Well, speaking of rarity, okay, so May 10th, 1946, when they did that, they won their 15th straight. How about these names in the lineup? Johnny Pesky, some guy named Ted Williams, Bobby Doerr, and Dom DiMaggio.
Well, that's why, to me, what this team is doing is incredible. The pitch, check swing at a breaking ball up and away, and Chang's worked it to a full count. Yeah, the hitters 2 through 6 during that 15-game winning streak in 46 were Johnny Pesky, Ted Williams, Bobby Doerr, Rudy York, and Dom DiMaggio.
Right.
Red Sox that year, the streak started in Game 10. Chopper on the right side of the infield. It's gobbled up by Jackson Holliday, who throws to Alonso for the out. So Ted Williams was just back from his military service, so it took him 9 games apparently to get loose. The Red Sox were already 6-3. Then they won 15 in a row. Ted hit .442 with a .608 on-base percentage during the 15 wins in a row. He drove in 18 runs with 4 homers. The winning streak was game 10 through 24 of that season. Swing by Yoshida. He pops one up in shallow left again. Any ball in the air could be a problem today. That one's handled by the left fielder Ward for the second out. They retire Yoshida for the first time. He had singled to start the Red Sox first, and he walked in the second. Johnny Pesky during that 15-game winning streak hit .425, scored 23 runs.
Needle nose.
In 15 games. Bobby Dorr drove in 20 runs during the streak. Now you can see why a team with that lineup could win 15 games in a row. They also had excellent pitching. Boo Ferris was a 25-game winner that year. Breaking ball down and away. By the way, I got all this from Joe Castiglione, who called all of these games. Boo Ferris went 25-6. Tex Houston won 20 games. Boo Ferris, Lenny will appreciate that, made 35 starts in 1946. 26 complete games. Kramer's pitch hit high in the air to left center by Rafaela. Back up into the breeze and gone just over the monster seats in left center. Just over the wall into the front row of the monster seats for Rafaela. And the Red Sox lead 6-2. Hit the ball in the air if you can today. If you hit it hard enough, it's going to carry out of here. And if it stays on the field to play, there's a chance the other team isn't going to catch it with the wind and the sun, such as it is.
Looks like he got himself a hanging curveball, 1-0 curveball, upper in quadrant, got the barrel through. He loves that part of the zone.
9th of the year for Cedar Rafaela. First Red Sox home run of the game. Boston up to 8 hits, leading 6-2. And a fastball up and away to Wilyer Abreu. Red Sox in 1946 finished 104 and 50 in a 154 game schedule and won the American League pennant by 12 games. And of course lost the World Series to St. Louis. Breaking ball, called strike to Wilyer, who's 0 for 2, has hit a very hard line drive to first in the first inning, and he popped out and foul ground to the third baseman in the second inning.
Slaughter's mad dash.
One of the many highlights from 2004, my rookie year.
Little nubber. We'll have to get that when we come away. Maybe we won't. Throw to first by the pitcher Kramer. One hopped. Alonso had to make a sweeping backhand play on a ball that landed in the dirt. Abreu out. Red Sox add a run on the home run by Cedar Rafaela. And after 4 here at Fenway.
2 down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the first. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Let's take a road trip to Wrigley Field today. Home of the Chicago Cubs since 1916, Wrigley Field is the second oldest ballpark in the majors, just behind Boston's Fenway Park. Hop off the L in the heart of Wrigleyville and take in the unique buzz of the neighborhood. On the corner of Clark and Addison, the iconic red marquee sign welcomes fans into the friendly confines. Once inside, direct your attention to the manually operated scoreboard that sits 60 feet above center field. Lush green ivy covers the brick outfield walls, and just beyond the bleachers, Wrigley rooftops provide an unrivaled view of the game. When at Wrigley, you have to get a Chicago dog. With everything, of course. The chicken tinga torta or chicken and churros are great options too. Find your seat in the bleachers and embrace the rowdiness. Sing along to Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And don't forget to root for the Cubbies. Wrigley Field, an unforgettable experience.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
At the entire time. Visit veg.com to find the location nearest you. Veg ER for Pets is the official emergency veterinarian group of
lead as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Taylor Ward, top of the order. Top of the fifth. The pitch is a bouncer in there, curveball right in front of the plate, and it's 1-0. Lenny, you were about to regale us with the highlight of your rookie year.
Yeah, 2004. I had the privilege of walking in the clubhouse one day and seeing Dom DiMaggio, Johnny Pesky, and Bobby Dorr. That trio just hanging out, holding court.
1-0. He has a strike on the inside corner.
Just history.
And
right
by
there.
the way, 3 of the nicest men you'd ever want to meet.
Oh,
Every
100%.
single one of them an absolute gem.
What's cool about that, along with Ted, who all of them became so close, the teammates was written about them. The 1-1 is lined off of Bennett. I think off his backside. He picks it up, throws to first, and he gets the out. I think it hit him literally where he puts his wallet, but that doesn't mean Chad Tracy and Brandon Henry don't want to come out and take a look. He's trying to wave them off. Contreras is laughing with him.
Yeah, Bennett's looking at him like, please just give me the ball. I really don't need any attention.
This is so much of what's gone right with this team. Like, Contreras goes over and says to the Pink Panther, you okay? I'm going to give you a little hug here. Lift your arms up and down. What a great play. And they don't even need to see him throw a practice pitch. This guy, Jake Bennett, fits the mood and tone and personality of this team perfectly.
Yeah, he looked annoyed when Contreras
get in the dugout.
Chad Tracy, the trainer, came out.
It's like Contreras wanted to give him a butt massage or something. He's like, go back to first base. I'm good.
Here's the pitch to Pete Alonso, who takes a strike on the outside corner.
That's the best possible place to get hit with the line drive.
Here's the 0-1. It's a little bit outside.
I've tried other spots. It doesn't work out very well.
Plus, then you get a butt massage.
What happened to your elbow?
Line drive.
Lenny has a sling on his left arm.
1-1 to Alonso. The pitch is ripped up the middle into center field. Bennett is like a magnet right now. That one almost smoked him on the shoulder.
Yeah,
Alonso looking good, and it's a base runner with one down.
Sorry, Will.
No,
he had
good.
to flinch and duck out of the way. But you had an episode with a bicycle?
Yeah, went over my handlebars, 230 pounds, landed right on my elbow, ended up with a broken, what do you call it, a radial head, which is the bone that inserts from my forearm to elbow.
Wow.
Yeah, no more curveballs for me.
Yeah, and you're a lefty, which makes it that much. Just watching you try to put your headset on was drawing sympathy.
Here's Gunnar Henderson, another lefty. Batter anyway. He swings and misses at a changeup. And it is 0-1.
Did you have left arm injuries when you pitched?
I had a spur and a chip taken out when I was 30. I was playing catch in 3 weeks. Those are relatively easy. I did have some loss of feeling after a car accident in spring training of 06, but got through that pretty well.
Was all the protein shakes on the floor that were distracting you. Pitch to Gunnar is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-2.
Boy, Bennett's done a nice job with Henderson. Really looks like he's trying to pound him inside.
It's impossible not to look at first base and think about this offseason and all the things people were wondering about and speculating on. 0-2. Pitch is in the dirt. Connor blocks it with his chest. Alonso not inclined to run with a 4-run deficit. I think the day that Alonso signed with the Baltimore Orioles, people were losing their minds here in Boston. And Craig Breslow felt like Wilson Contreras would be a better fit for this team, would have more production, and guess what? Especially when you consider the contracts, he has been. Not even close. 1-2. To Gunnar Henderson, the pitch. Swinging a chopper foul on the first base side. Now, you could argue you could have had them both. and the idea is, in the next couple of weeks, to maybe add another, maybe not exactly like Alonso, but a right-handed hitter who could plug into the middle of this lineup and think about what could happen then. 1-2 to Gunnar. He's had a great series here. Bennett throws, and Gunnar chops it foul. Fourth inning, brought to you by Cars for Kids. Easiest way to donate your car and get rid of it. Donate today, and your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. Cars with a K. Ball and 2 strikes. Double play depth behind Bennett. 6-2 Sox. The pitch is ripped high into right field. Actually, kind of a lazy fly. Coming on as Abreu is there to make the play. Yeah, they're 2 down. The way that Henderson's been swinging it, you thought that was headed for a gap, but Bennett has pitched him beautifully today, and they're 2 down.
getting a steady diet of wrinkles away, getting him off in that front foot. You know, he's effective with that breaker ball away because he shows that two-seam fastball in. You get them off the barrel anytime you can make them just a little bit wary of that fastball.
Jim Palmer knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does.
Turns out. All right, here's Tyler O'Neill. 1 on, 2 out. Bennett. 65 pitches thrown. The next is a strike on the outside corner. Subaru, New England scoreboard. Yankees trail the Pirates 2-0 in the 7th inning. Mets are in Milwaukee 1-0 in the 2nd. 0-1 to O'Neill, who's doubled and flied to center. Pitch, swing and a miss. Cutter.
I've come in the past few days, obviously, with this sling on, and our friend Steve, who's worked at Fenway and in the press box for significantly longer than I've been alive, he's been making the joke, hey, wasn't that on the other arm yesterday? So today I came in here and I put it on the other arm.
It is lunacy. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. Bennett does not need a sling. After that one, O'Neill might. We're through the top of the 5th inning. That is Jake Bennett's 4th strikeout. He's held the
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
2 down for Matt Olson. Nelson looking for a 1-2-3 top of the 1st. Matt Olson drives it out to center. Thomas is back. Is it above the yellow line? It is, and it's a solo homer for Matt Olson to get the party started in the desert on this Thursday night.
Again, where do you want this pitch? You want it in the bottom half of the zone. That's where that 4-seam fastball was. That allows Matt Olson to get the barrel to it, and he smoked it.
So Atlanta with a 1-0 lead.
We got Bowser and Bowser Jr. here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Contreras and Durbin. The pickle juice shots have been poured. The pitch to Wilson is a little bit outside. Lenny, just come on, man. Bottoms up. We did him a disservice last time, and now it's time. We're in his corners squarely. 1-0. Here's the pitch, and it's way outside. He told us last night, stay with me. He does it every 2 innings. I'm not in for that necessarily, although he bats about every 2 innings.
I kind of feel like one of these was enough.
2-0. Swinging a high fly into center field. Taveras, with the cloud cover helping him a little bit, is there to make the play. Bowser just missed. It was 1-0. You don't have to finish that one, Sean.
No, it's okay. We got 2 games today. Don't want to be cramping.
Here
I
comes.
don't remember the last time I had a cramp.
Right.
But we're not, playing Major League Baseball on a 100-degree day.
That's a good point. You do have to have muscles to cramp, too.
Oh, now.
Coming from me, talk about glass
Listen,
houses.
Schwarzenegger.
Here is Durbin swinging, fouling one back into the seats on the first base side.
Today's code word of the game is ballparks. That's plural. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points.
0-1 to Caleb Durbin. 6-2 Red Sox in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch. is lined on a hop to second. Nice little stab there by Holiday. Second hop he gloved and threw to first in time. And they're 2 down. So even in the altitude of Lake Tahoe with all the stress of that tournament, no cramping?
No, I had a very hard time sleeping. Altitude gives me a problem. I have that same problem when we go to Denver and other places that are a mile high or more. And they'd say that's a pretty common problem.
And yet,
and then I was having trouble sleeping too because it's kind of nerve-wracking playing golf with 30,000 people.
I can't even imagine. They're standing so close when you hit the ball off the tee.
There's times when you really have to ask them, please just move a little because I don't want to damage you.
Here's Romy Gonzalez, who drives one down the right field line, back into his left. O'Neill. Tyler on the run is there to make the play. Sean played with some very cool stars and celebrities. We'll get into that when we come back for the 6-2 Red Sox in the Shaws and Star Market. WEI Red Sox Radio.
3-2 to Vargas. Got him. Fastball at 99. Back-to-back Ks for Miz.
Setting up on the outside corner, and he hit the glove. Perfect pitch by Mizorowski. Excellent command with that fastball.
1-on-1, and he finishes the inning with a strikeout. Miz with 3 Ks. Got him. Blew him away with 99. 5 Ks in the first 2 innings for Mizorowski. And he struck him out. 10 Ks on opening day for Miz.
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3, and no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes and out of here. And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He tapped it with his right foot, fired to second for out number 2, and on to first in plenty of time to get Altuve for 3. 474 feet for Fernando Tatis Jr.
Trinarian Group of Red Sox Radio.
Through 5 innings, the Red Sox lead 6-2. Jake Bennett's back on the mound with the sun shining brightly on Fenway Park again. His first pitch of the 6th swung on and missed a cutter to Kobe Mayo.
Sean, don't you think this is the time where it's sort of normal, where it's just hard on the right fielder, maybe not everybody else?
I think it's still, with the wind and this bright sunshine, it could still be problematic. It's particularly hard in right field, right center field. The center fielder goes over there. You can see the reflection of the sun off some sunglasses. Bennett misses outside. Jake's allowed 2 earned runs on 7 hits and had some bad luck when the first run scored. Tyler O'Neill hit a fly ball to center that ordinarily would have been the last out of the inning, but Zidane lost it in the sun and the wind. The pitch down and in.
Isn't it amazing how many great right field? I mean, everybody talks about Ted and Yaz and all the great left fielders, but I mean, you're talking about Dewey and Trot Nixon, now Wilyer Abreu. How many great right fielders the Red Sox have had?
It's a hard position to play. Hit hard down the third baseline, a fair ball past Durbin down to the left field corner. It'll be retrieved at the 3:10 marker by Duran. Throw to second, not in time. Mayo has a double. He went sliding in but didn't need to. And the Orioles have the lead man on. This has not been an easy trip through the lineup for Bennett. The Orioles have had at least one man on in every inning. Matter of fact, the only 1-2-3 inning of the game for either pitcher was the just completed Red Sox home half of the 5th when Kramer retired Contreras, Durbin, and Gonzalez in order. The hits are even now at 8 apiece. And they're stirring in the Red Sox bullpen. Bennett works out of the stretch. Holds the Mayo at second. And the pitch is sent foul down the right field line to Taveras.
This is kind of a similar outing Sonny Gray had his last time around. Had a ton of traffic, a lot of guys in scoring position, was able to pitch around it. He's able to bow his neck, make certain pitches in certain counts.
Bennett eyes the runner and delivers off speed and outside. Well, it is warm and humid, and the pitch is starting to pile up a bit. Jake was so efficient early in the game, pounding the strike zone. At one point, he'd thrown 26 strikes on 29 pitches. Now it's 57 strikes out of 74. Still a very impressive number. Foul off the end of the bat of Taveras, who's a switch hitter batting from the right side. 0 for 2 today. Tried to bunt his way on last time, and Connor Wong pounced on it, threw him out. Short lead for Mayo. Outfield around toward right, the opposite field for Taveras. Gusty wind still blowing out. And the sun in and out of the clouds. Mostly sunny. Chopped down the third base line. A foul ball. Backhanded by Durbin in foul territory behind the bag.
I think you make a really good point, Sean, about the wind, because as great as everything feels, on a day like this, 6-2 is not safe with the way it's gusting.
Nope. The big lefty Bennett looks at Mayo again. Holds the ball quite a long time and finally comes plateward. Check swing. This could be a problem. A tapper down to first. Contreras plays it himself and races to the bag to tag Taveras on the shoulder just before Leote got to the first base bag. On to third went Mayo. Good play by Contreras. He had to range a long way off the line and then reverse his field to run toward the bag and just beat the pretty speedy Leote Taveras.
See, that's why he takes pickle juice shots, so he doesn't cramp and he's fast. Because remember, his leg and groin were bothering him on Monday. What speed and explosiveness to get there.
In the old Contreras-Taveras matchup. Almost like the linguists.
It's a great decision right there from Contreras as well, because by the time he got that baseball, Bennett was actually past him. So he would have to shuffle that over Bennett's shoulder in order for him to get that in the glove. He looked at the runner, saw he had time to go out there and make the tag, and went and got it done.
So a runner at third as Mayo advanced on the check swing ground out. You know, back in the old days, you wouldn't play the infield in, but the Red Sox are. And now they're not. They had the infield in, and now all of a sudden they're backpedaling as Bennett gets ready to pitch out of the stretch. And his first pitch nubbed off the end of the bat, foul by the Red Sox on deck circle off the bat of Christian Encarnacion Strand, who had a long home run his last time up into the tarp and straightaway center field bleachers. He's 2 for 2. Had a single to center his first time up. 6-2 Red Sox in the sixth as they try to win their franchise record tying 15th in a row. That's a well hit ball to left heading toward the wall. It's off the wall just above the AL East standings. Mayo scores from third. It's the third hit of the day for Encarnacion Strand, a single as Jarren Duran got it back in quickly. It's CES's second RBI of the game, and he's made a nice return to the major leagues. He just came up from AAA Norfolk on Thursday.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball well right now. Cleared off a breaking ball in the inner half.
Justin Slayton throwing in the Red Sox bullpen.
You wonder if there's another runner we might see him. It's 6-3. The first pitch to Jackson Holiday, left-handed hitter, is taken for a strike.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sean. I think that's the right calculus. Other than the fact that you got Sam Huff on deck, so who knows? But certainly the top of the order, somebody else is coming in.
Bennett pitches. That bounces way out in front of the plate with a sweeper blocked by Wong, but the runner moves up on what will be a wild pitch. Encarnacion Strand gets to second base.
I think that adds to the logic in the dugout for the Red Sox. He's kind of losing it a little bit.
Feels that way. He's up to 81 pitches. His high is 92. Last time out in those 6 scoreless innings against Tampa Bay threw just 65 pitches. But it's warmer than it's been the last few days and more humid. Breaking ball outside. Holiday has singled and grounded out. That pretty wild storm for a while last night. cleared out those nice fall-like temperatures and brought the heat and humidity back to the hub. 6-3 Red Sox in the 6th. Baltimore out hitting Boston 9-8, swinging a fly ball to left. Duran back in front of the wall and makes the catch right in front of those AL East standings. Long opposite field fly off the bat of Holiday.
And I think got Jonathan Rodriguez out to pinch hit. It's decision time for Chad Tracy, I think.
Rodriguez just recalled today when Samuel Basayo, one of their catchers, went on the injured list.
He's coming out.
Yep, Chad Tracy is on his way to the mound, and that'll be it for Bennett. His streak of going 6 innings or more with 2 or fewer runs allowed will end at 5 games in a row as he doesn't get fully through 6 innings today and gives up 3 hits. But these fans appreciate what this young man has done. He's a big part of the Red Sox turnaround, and many of the fans are on their feet saluting him as the Pink Panther. He really does.
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
Fastball popped up off first base, down the line. Mattingly may have a play. Look at this.
Look at this. I love it. That's great.
Now that is just a taste of the sort of involvement that Don Mattingly wants to get from fans who come to Yankee Stadium.
Look at that little red-headed fella.
Baltimore scored a run. The Red Sox scored again. Now Baltimore has scored again. Sort of reminiscent of Monday night when that game went back and forth. And Slayton is the new pitcher for the Red Sox.
And they're going to bluff with Rodriguez and now go to Dylan Beavers to pinch hit.
Beavers batting from the left side. Hitting .243 in 140 at-bats this year. First ball swinging. He bounces one foul wide of first.
So you get the top of the order on deck. Who's on deck? Presented by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com.
You look at this Orioles lineup. After Gunnar Henderson, the 3rd spot in the lineup, really nothing jumps off the page. But like you said on Monday, they've been really gritty up there, putting together good at-bats and stringing together hits.
Slayton pitches fastball up and away. Justin making his 28th appearance of the year. All in the relief, 1-4 with a 5.40 ERA. Beavers 1 for 7 as a pinch hitter. The pitch hit high in the air. Ordinarily a routine out as Durbin settles under it. There is cloud cover, and he makes the catch a bit awkwardly, lunging toward his left. Everything in the air is an adventure today. The Orioles get just the 1 run.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
How about a look at some of the best bloopers from All-Star Games past?
Watch the reaction of John Kruk. Heart is palpitating a bit.
Don't throw the ball away! Julio! Give me the ball!
it's hard to tell whom he frightens more, opposing batters or teammates. He did it again! And batter beware.
Take a look at Whitaker. That's a marking pencil. Pretty good one.
And Guerrero, there goes half the bat the other way, and it takes out Tommy Lasorda.
But these stars are better suited for shining plays.
Watch this one.
Spectacular play.
Long throw, Frank Thomas, terrific play.
Perfect teamwork.
Up and caught. Oh, what a catch by Hunter.
It is a home run. One of the biggest home runs that's ever been hit.
There it is. The first grand slam in All-Star history.
Man, you're gone.
Ozzie gets the force.
How about that?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Jan Duran's had a big day, and he leads off for the Red Sox, bottom third of the order in the sixth inning for the home team against Dean Kramer, who's gone all the way, coming off his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And he fires strike one right down the middle to Jaron, who had a clutch triple with 2 outs in the first inning to knock in the last 2 runs of that 4-run frame. Then he had a sacrifice fly to knock in another in the third. Average still below 200 for the year, 193, but as Lenny has said, he's taking some good swings. He swung at that one and fouled it back to the screen.
Can we get a Shaw's read? How much are watermelons this
We sure
week?
can. Watermelons.
Because that's what he's seeing right now at the plate.
Yes. We need Joe to give us the price on watermelons. Duran, Wong, and Cheng coming up. Soft little one-hopper down to first. A nice backhand. It's stopped by Alonso. Throw to first just in time to Kramer, the pitcher covering. Nice play by Alonso. It was one of those kind of medium half-line drives that one hopped him on the backhand side. Can be tough to judge, but he judged it nicely. Enter the Shaws and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. If our hometown team hits a Grand Slam during the September 26th game, you can win free groceries for a year. Official rules at shawsorstarmarket.com/Grand Slam. Asketh and you shall receive. Kramer throws the ball outside to Wong, who has had a very tough afternoon against the veteran righty. Has struck out twice swinging with a lot of waving swings that haven't been close, mostly on pitches away. 6-3 Boston. There's a ball up the middle past the mound, but gobbled up by Holliday, the second baseman, who throws Connor out for the second out of the sixth. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. Sean McDonough with Lenny DiNardo and Will Fleming. Red Sox trying to make history. A win today would be their 15th in a row and tie the franchise record set back in 1946. Check swing at a high pitch. It's a strike. Sung-Chae Cheng tried to stop the swing. It was much too late. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out.
Yeah, he's looking for something different right there. Got a fastball away and up.
Kramer bounces a breaking ball. He's a experienced veteran guy who battles on the mound. You got to give him credit today when he hasn't had his best stuff and had a very rough start in the first, which was made to look worse by the 4-run total. The Red Sox 8 hits, probably 4 or 5 of them hit well. The other ones bloops and scratches, but they all count. He misses away, and it's 2-1, and they do have action in their bullpen.
By the way, Fenway is now like 90% full. People showed up.
Yep. Maybe somebody had to go to work for a little while or had other commitments. Ball up and away. It was close on a 4-seam fastball in the mid-90s.
Around noon, you suddenly had a doctor's appointment?
Yeah, it's a tough turnaround when you think you're coming to a night game on Tuesday and all of a sudden you have tickets to a day game on Wednesday. That's a line drive to right. Drifting back is Tyler O'Neill, and he makes the catch just shy of the warning track in front of the Red Sox bullpen. All of a sudden, Kramer has retired 7 in a row. On to the 7th we go. Red Sox 6, Orioles 3.
You've got to be very careful where you're going because you might not get there. But how exactly can you go from a yogi to a king to perfectos, the old professor, and pint talk? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
Yogi Berra was an 18-time All-Star and 10-time World Series champion.
This is the only perfect game in World Series history. You ask him about it, and he would say, it ain't been done before, and it ain't been done since.
David Wells was perfect on May 17th, 1998, Beanie Baby Day.
It's not the pitcher that's calling the game, it's the catcher calling what pitch to throw.
The rule was, can't be more than 18 inches of pine tar. Home plate is 17 inches wide. And so he said, well, if it's more than an inch, and it was a lot more than an inch, then it's an illegal bat.
They might be going to call George Brett out. Well, he is. He's out. Yes, Brett is out. Look at this. Keep it down a little, will you, please?
Okay, Yogi.
Casey Stengel and the other touring ball players met the King of England.
Of course, with my English, we had a little trouble understanding each other.
As Yogi said, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Top of the order for Baltimore, 7th inning. Justin Slayton misses down and away to Taylor Ward. Ball 1. Slayton came in last inning, got the last out of the inning as the Orioles stranded a runner. Ward is 0 for 3, all of that against Jake Bennett. Went 5 2/3 innings. Slayton throws a strike. Jake gave up 3 runs on 9 hits, including a home run. Did not walk anybody. And struck out 4. He threw 83 pitches, had a wild pitch as well. A ball down and away to Ward.
Feels like a very important half inning for Slayton because, you know, you got Whitlock and Chapman looming in the wings. And if you can keep it 3 where it is, you feel very good.
Mm-hmm. He's been really good as of late.
There's a line drive and a base hit into left field. Backhanded by Jarren Duran on the warning track heading toward the line. He got it in quickly to hold Ward to a single.
Yeah, Slayton scoreless in his last 4 after allowing 10 over his last 9.
64 of Jake Bennett's 83 pitches today were strikes, 77.1%. Noah, the crack intern, Chapman University Panther, tells us there's a strike. Into Pete Alonso, taken by him. Only 6 other starts in Major League Baseball this season have had a more efficient strike percentage.
Very good.
Noah's 12-5, I believe, on the
Is
season.
he here?
Every time
He's part-time intern.
Yep.
Off the end of the bat and a foul ball. Alonso's had a good day. Doubled into the right field corner and scored their first run of the game back in the 3rd. He singled to center in the 5th.
These next 2 at-bats to me are the most important of the game by far. Things could get very nervy here in a bit.
Henderson's on deck. There's a line drive to center. Rafaela makes the catch. It was about letter high. It was hit right at him. And you kind of like to see the line drives right at somebody rather than the high fly balls because it's easier to see the line drives today. The conditions have been an issue if you're just tuning in, with a sunny sky but with the cloud cover in and out and a gusty wind blowing out to center field. Red Sox leading 6-3, trying to win their 15th in a row and tie the franchise record. Ward leads from first. He's being held on. Gunnar Henderson takes a strike on the outside corner, a cutter at 94, and kind of tilted his head to the side as if he was thinking about challenging, but did not. Henderson an infield hit in 3 trips against Bennett. Righty to the lefty Henderson, who loops a foul over the Oriole dugout on the third base side. 0-2 the count. Now the clouds overhead for a moment have the entire stadium in the shade. Slayton pitches, late swing at a one-hopper past the Oriole dugout right behind their on-deck circle and hopped past the screen up into the box seats behind their dugout.
This is a second at-bat in a row where he's gotten 0-2, got away with one center-cut fastball from Alonso. See if he can make a good pitch right here. Looking to reduce the swing and miss, get a little chase.
The pitch down and in with another cutter. Red Sox outfield tilted a bit toward the opposite field for Henderson. They give him some room toward the triangle. The pitch, well hit ball to right, sending Abreu back near the warning track, and he makes the catch right on the edge of the warning track. And again, those last couple of steps made it look like even the great right fielder Abreu was fighting the ball a bit.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of hard contact with 2 strikes versus Slayton. Just missing too much over the middle of the plate. Getting a lot of barrels to the baseball. Luckily, been hit right at the defense.
The Arbella Insurance Foundation is dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund for every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher. The Arbella Insurance Foundation donates $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. 4 strikeouts for Red Sox pitchers today. Slayton throws a cutter, taken outside, ball 1.
I think you're so right, Sean. I mean, you can just tell it's the most uncomfortable feeling in the world. You see it, and then you just hope the last 5 feet it doesn't go away.
1-0 pitch, waving, swing and a miss by the powerful O'Neill on a breaking ball away. Yeah, if you're one of the fielders right now, you're hoping it stays like it is right now with the cloud cover, and it's just as we say, here comes rays of sunlight. The pitch, swing and a miss, and another sweeper from Slayton. 1 strike away from getting out of the 7th inning.
That's 2 really nice sweepers in a row right there. You get the feeling he's probably going to go back to that pitch right here after those 2 swings.
Ward leads from first. 1-2 pitch right down the middle for strike 3. A 4-seam fastball taken by O'Neill. That ends the inning. Inning and a third of shutout relief for Slayton. Red Sox 6 outs away.
I'm going to go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Shane Bieber is trying to get on some kind of a roll. Like a lot of his teammates, it's now or never.
The 3-2 pitch, he got him. Chased a slider down and in, and it's a scoreless top of the first for Shane Bieber, getting a big strikeout of Colson Montgomery to strand a runner out at second. A look back and again the 1-2, and he got him down and in. Chased a slider from Bieber, who strands a couple by picking up his 4th strikeout of the ball game. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him 2 down.
Again, great location. Interesting, the slider is up, and after seeing the fastball up the pitch before, the slider may look like another fastball most of the way, and it just takes off.
And a full count on Montgomery, and he got him. Bieber gets him to swing over the top of a slider. Strikeout number 6 on the afternoon, and it is 6 very impressive scoreless innings for Shane Bieber here today in his 5th start of the season.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Seventh inning stretch brought to us by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you've got to get Glassman. Call all 617-777-7777. Red Sox batting the bottom of the seventh against the new pitcher, right-hander Anthony Nunez, who throws ball one outside to Masataka Yoshida. 36th appearance for Nunez, a 2-2 record, a 4.81 ERA. Worked 39 in the third innings, has struck out 41. He misses down and in. Massa got the game started well for the Red Sox with his leadoff single in the bottom of the first. He scored the first of the 4 runs in that inning. He walked in the second, fly to left in the fourth. All of that against the starter, Dean Kramer, who pitched 6 innings. Nunez misses down and in with a fastball at 96 miles per hour. Cedon Rafael is on deck, and then Wilyer Abreu. Kramer allowed 6 runs, all earned on 8 hits, including a home run for Rafaela.
Nunez is in the 95th percentile as far as whiff rate. That sweeper, 50% whiff rate.
Big right-hander works out of the stretch even with nobody on base. Massa hits a one-hopper right at the third baseman, Encarnacion Strand, who was playing in what ordinarily be the hole on the left side. He threw out Massa. And there's one out here in the seventh. The shift pays off there for Baltimore. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan postgame show. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan has an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Rafaela, big swing and a foul ball, straight back.
Whitlock throwing in the bullpen.
Your attendance here today, 39,035 on a bright, sunshiny day, warm and humid. Swing and a miss by Rafaela. Had a high fastball, 0-2. He has 2 hits in 3 at-bats, including that home run. That only would have been a home run in 4 other ballparks. Just barely got into the first row of the monster seats. Swinging a line foul down the right field line.
By the way, that attendance brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken, the official fried chicken of the Red Sox, available right here in the ballpark.
Joe Braverman proud of us as we are catching up on these drop-ins. Record speed, little flip foul over the Red Sox dugout. Rafaela just fighting off a sweeper away to stay alive.
This has been the thing that's defined his season, Sean. 2-strike approach has been spectacular.
High set from Nunez in his pitch. Another defensive swing. This one is going to be put into play. It's a pop-up on the right side of the infield, and Alonso made the catch. And even on a ball that didn't get very high in the air, you could tell Jackson Holliday, the second baseman, couldn't really see it. Put his hand over his eyes and kept it there. And undoubtedly was relieved that Alonso drifted over to his right to make the catch. So 2 quick outs. We're in the bottom of the seventh. Red Sox trying to win their 15th in a row. Have not trailed today since leading 4-0 after 1. They lead 6-3 now. Abreu takes the ball. Yankees in the first game of their split doubleheader have tied up Pittsburgh. They're 3-3 in the 9th at Yankee Stadium. Swing and a miss by Abreu. That was today's rivalry report, sponsored by Riverwalk, spacious senior apartments on River Springs' 32-acre New York City campus overlooking the Hudson River. It's a beautiful spot. 1-1 pitch taken at the knees for a strike.
We talked about Wilson Contreras, MVP votes. Ben Rice is going to get some too. He had a 3-run homer to tie that game, his 30th.
One ball, 2 strikes. Sun back out brightly. The set by the big righty Nunez. The pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good take by Abreu right there, especially with 2 strikes, seeing that changeup out of the hand.
Nunez 6'2", 220 pounds. Just turned 25 years old. Bouncer on the right side, one-handed by Holliday. Throws to first for the out. Red Sox bats have gone silent. That's 10 Red Sox hitters in a row retired. But they still lead by 3. It's 6-3.
Baker gathers it in, and the AL in a shutout. The American League has now claimed 11 of the last 13 All-Star games.
Vargas sends one deep to left, and a no doubt about it, Vargas' second deck bomb.
His father was an absolute stud in Cuba, and now he just homered in the All-Star game.
Pages grounds one towards the middle. Backhand stab by Clement. Heaves a throw and gets him. Wow. Ernie Clement, who's known more for his bat, shows off the glove right here, John.
What a play.
And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star game in 13 years.
Tough night for the National League hitters.
That's the 15th strikeout. 2-run single, Cody Bellinger. And the American League gets to Sanchez here in the first.
Cody Bellinger, the Ted Williams MVP. There you go, Cody. Congrats. Enjoy it.
Emergency Veterinarian Group of Red Sox Radio.
Garrett Whitlock on the mound, facing a pinch hitter, Colton Cowser, as we go into the top of the 8th inning. Red Sox 6, Orioles 3. The pitch is just inside, a sinking fastball. Barely missed, and it's 1-0. Garrett got the win on Monday. He pitched a perfect 8th inning before Caleb Durbin's heroics in the bottom half. 38th appearance, the 1-0 to a guy who can be dangerous. Cowser misses up and away, and it's 2-0.
Good work by Slayton, an inning in the third. Allowed just one hit, struck out one. He's now stranded 14 inherited runners out of 16.
2-0 misses outside, and especially given the part of the lineup that he faced with the score, that was a really important outing.
Garrett Whitlock in the midst of a 12 consecutive scoreless appearance streak. It's been really good.
Foul back, 2-1 is a beauty. Strike on the outside corner, 2-2.
The batter is challenging the strike call.
That looked pretty good from here. We will wait and see. And it is a strike.
Point confirmed. Baltimore has one challenge remaining.
Felix Neon, the home plate umpire, said, I would give Neon glowing reviews for his performance behind the plate.
He has had a really good zone.
Very good.
2-2 to Cowser. The pitch. Swinging a high fly into right field. Way back on it goes Abreu. In front of the track. He's there to make the play.
With the well-timed cloud cover, which looks a little ominous as we look to the north and west. As you look at the radar, apparently if you're driving around, or you're not even if you're driving, if you're anywhere, a little bit west of here, you might be getting dumped on with some rain. There's a lot of red on our radar.
So you're trying to play for history and play against the weather clock right now?
Yes, we speed it up. They can rain during the break between games.
Yes. Whitlock throws, and a beauty on the outside corner to Leody Taveras. That is strike one. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a card that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line. Put goosebumps on your goosebumps. 0-1 is ripped to first. Past Contreras, but foul and off the tarp. And out of play, and it's 0-2. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at NissanUSA.com today. The more you're around this sport, the more you realize karma and the baseball gods are a real thing. And throughout this whole stretch, it has been a part of this thing, and especially today. It started right away in the first inning, 0-2. Pitch is ripped down the right field line. Trouble if fair, but again, it's just foul and out of play, where Red Sox have some dribbling hits. That one right there in April, that touches the chalk and it's a double. A game of not just inches, but just almost millimeters at times.
Those last two balls hit down the line were fouled by probably a combined 4 feet.
Yeah. Where a month ago, that's not happening. 0-2, one down, top 8. 6-3 Red Sox. Whitlock is ready. He throws, and a line hopper to second, handled by Romy. He's got it. He throws to first in time, 2 down. 4 outs away from tying the all-time team record for consecutive wins. Now Shaw's and Star Market gets Signature Select ice cream, a box of Overjoyed sugar cones, and Overjoyed sprinkles, all for $5 when you use the digital coupon.
Sounds good.
I'm in. Here is the first pitch to Christian Encarnacion straight, who's looked like their best hitter in the series, and it's a strike on the outside corner. This dude is 9 for 18 in 5 games at Fenway. Chapman is warming. The 0-1 is fouled on the third base side. And it's 0-2. I do think with the off day tomorrow, the Red Sox would use both Whitlock and Chapman in both ends of the doubleheader because of what is on the line historically. On 2, the pitch is a ground ball up the middle. It is backhanded by Romy. On the run, he throws to first in time. Good stretch by Contreras. It's a 1-2-3. 8th inning for Whitlock. Sweet Caroline. Extra sweet tonight. 6-3, the Red Sox lead. Going to the bottom of the 8th and the Shaws and Stars.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made that catch. This is great.
But let me touch it for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oakland pitcher Dave Stewart was named the World Series MVP.
It really comes from like the kings of Siam would give their courtiers white elephants, which were sacred animals, and they'd be too expensive again to maintain, would put them into financial ruin.
They need to know this story. That's amazing.
Nobody could steal a base like Ricky.
I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
So imagine making steals in these, though.
So these are Ty Cobb's
And these
cleats.
are Ty Cobb's.
So what I want to know is, were they ever swabbed for the DNA of opposing pitchers?
Roberts is no stranger to stolen bases himself.
That's what makes him special, is that everybody knew he was going to steal.
Roberts is going. Safe.
You know what they say? One great play deserves another. Catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv and discover your own connections to the game at baseballhall.org.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
So true right now as Wilson Contreras stands in, and Nunez, who continues in the game, throws a sweeper at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. Contreras is singled, struck out, and fly to center. Fenway is alive. 6-3 Sox. Nunez throws, and Wilson swings and grounds one on the first base side. That's a fair ball past Alonso, and Wilson has a leadoff hit in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, we took our pickle juice shots. I'll take a base hit to lead off the inning.
I cannot wait to tell him that. And, you know, there is a little superstition in all this stuff.
Are you getting a little heartburn from all this pickle juice, though?
Nothing about this team right now gives anybody heartburn.
The clouds coming fast from the west are giving me a little heartburn right now. Let's get the last 3 outs, and it can rain between games.
Our news, Caleb Durbin is 2 for 3. The pitch is a bunt attempt, which has been a big part of what they've been trying to do. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Check of the game score brought to you by Veg ER for Pets, the official emergency vet group of the Red Sox radio network. It's a glorious update. 6-3. Tarps are off in right field. 0-1. Swing and a miss. No bunt there. A sweeper. Just enough outside, and it's 0-2. This is, right now, the most fun place on planet Earth to be. 0-2. Pitch. Durbin lines one on a hop to third. To second for one, really to first is not even made. Looked like Holiday had a little difficulty getting out of his glove. So Durbin beats out the potential double play. So 1 on, 1 out for Romy Gonzalez.
Very similar to the wave. It started in right field, but Tarps off is gradually working its way all around the ballpark right now.
It's been that way for a couple of weeks now. Here's Romy, throw to first. I think that Nunez is wise there. This is a great spot for Durbin to think about going. Main moment of the game brought to you by visitmaine.com. Baseball in Boston today. Maine Adventures tomorrow. Pitch is popped up behind first base, foul, and now the wind brings it back. Fair Alonso calling off Holiday. He's there to make the play.
Very demonstratively calling him off, too, because I think everybody's in a little bit of a panic when the ball's in the air. He wanted to make sure he let everybody around him know he had it in his sights and was handling the wind as well.
The wind's really picked up, too, towards center field. It's been roaring all day, but right now.
Here now, Jaron Duran, Lenny's Mafre feeling, who has had himself a day. Discover beaches, mountains, and small town escapes at visitmaine.com. I think Durbin's going to run here. Pitch to Jaron is a little bit outside. That's ball one. Chapman is ready in the Red Sox bullpen. 6-3, bottom 8. Durbin, big lead. They throw over again. And after the second throw over, Lenny, it's almost a guarantee that the runner's going to go.
Yeah, you got to get action right here. Do everything you can to get in a scoring position, especially with Duran up, who's on fire.
It incentivizes you to get a bigger lead. If they don't get you on a throw over, it's a balk. Not running. The pitch is down and in, now 2-0. It is looking a little bit more like Armageddon out in left field. You got to try to get this thing in before the heavens open.
Where's my Ambutra when I need it?
2-0. Durbin leads. He's not going the pitch. Duran swings and fouls it off on the third base side. And it's 2-1. Pablo Cabrera, the Red Sox first base coach, is kind of looking into the dugout. He and Jose David Flores have so much shared information on what pitchers do. 2-1 to Duran, who's been great today. Pitch is pop foul on the third base side. It is amazing how many people are shirtless waving their T-shirts over their heads at Fenway right now. It started in St. Louis. The World Cup blew it up. And as the team wins and it has become an energizer here, it just grows and grows.
I would say within a half hour we are definitely going to have rain here. Looking at the radar.
2-2 to Duran, down and in.
It can rain all at once between games.
Especially after win number 15 in a row. Chapman waiting in the bullpen. I can say definitively Durbin will run here. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Caleb leads at first. Alonso behind him. Nunez is ready, and time is called by the catcher there, Chadwick Trump. 6 runs, 9 hits for the Sox. 3 runs, 10 hits for the O's. Brought to you by the Mass State Lottery and Keno. It's a vibe and a home run. 3-2. Durbin runs. The pitch is swung on and missed. He got him with a cutter, and the inning is over. 3 outs away from tying a franchise record for consecutive wins. The Cuban Missile coming out of the bullpen when we return. 6-3 Red Sox, top 9 next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This is Jeffrey Glassman. For 4 generations, my family has called New England home. My grandfather taught me to always care for people and fight for what's right. At Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, that's exactly what we do. When you're hurt in a car crash, we fight big insurance companies to make sure you get the money you deserve. We care, we fight to win, and we don't get paid unless you do. Hurt? You gotta get Glassman. Call 617-777-7777.
Why wait, Massachusetts? Shop now and seize the summer. At Raymore and Flanagan, you can save up to 20% on your purchase. Shop today to save more than twice the Massachusetts sales tax on items for your living room, dining room, bedroom, outdoor space, and more. You can also shop all the top mattress brands and experience the benefits of better sleep. Get in-stock items delivered in 3 days or less. Hurry in, save double the tax now at Raymore and Flanagan. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Diving stop. Nothing gets through.
And nothing stops leaks like North Shore adult diapers. That's total lockdown protection for even the heaviest control problems. Try North Shore adult diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Top 9 at Fenway Park. The Red Sox are 3 outs away from tying the all-time franchise record with 15 consecutive wins. And they got their future Hall of Fame closer, Aroldis Chapman, on the mound. Jackson Holliday, the first to face him. Fenway is alive. Holliday is 1 for 3 today. Chapman walked the tightrope on Monday, got the save. He is ready. He throws, and a pitch to Holliday in there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Just to get me over fastball from him, 96.
That was his 22nd save of the season on Monday. 0-1. He throws. Holliday takes a slider outside. And it's 1-1. Time is of the essence. I mean, there is major rain coming to Fenway here any minute now.
The good news is if this game ends, it looks like it's not that big a system.
1-1 is a ball outside. Chapman wanted that one. 97. He's warming up a little bit. The Red Sox thought about challenging there. They will not. And it's 2-1 to Holliday. Aroldis is ready. He throws, and a swing, a little looper over the head of Chang, the shortstop, into left center field, and the leadoff man is aboard in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, you've seen Chapman make it a little bit more interesting than you'd like the past couple outings. He went 2-1 there. What's made him so successful throughout this season is his ability to get strike one, to get to 2 strikes quickly. He's so much more dangerous with all 3 pitches when he does.
With a save today, he would tie Dennis Eckersley on the all-time save list at number 9. Here is the right-handed hitter. Bouncer to shortstop. Chang's got it to second for 1. Over to first. 2. Double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Chadwick Trump bounces into a 6-4-3. And the Red Sox are an out away.
Sean, you said it. You ask and you shall receive, right?
Yes.
Looking for that strike one right there.
That was a perfect sequence of events.
Here we go. Taylor Ward, right-handed hitter. 2 down, top 9. 6-3 Red Sox. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner.
They're challenging.
Batter's challenging.
Ward wants to challenge, and he is right. It is a ball.
One challenge remaining.
Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full lineup of Goosebumps on your Goosebumps. 2 down, top 9. 6-3 Red Sox. 1-0. Chapman is ready. He throws, and he almost hits him. Ward buckles back out of the way. And it's 2-0.
Nothing like 99 right at your kneecaps to move your feet. Can use that pitch.
2-0 pitch is a fastball that misses just high. And it's 3-0. Chapman is not as razor sharp as he's been in his Red Sox time. 3-0 to Ward. Here's the pitch, and it is a strike on the inside corner. 3-1.
Yeah, 3 runs, 2 outs in the 9th. You might as well just throw 3 center cut fastballs as hard as you can right here. It's got to be your mentality.
2 down, top 9, 3-1. Here it is, and it is a ball. They want a challenge. Why not?
Can't take it.
The catcher is challenging the ball foul.
I think this is definitely a ball. You don't blame Connor Wong for doing it. Yep. It's up.
Score is confirmed. Boston is out of challenges.
So it is a 2-out walk. And here comes the key hitter of this whole thing, because you have the tying run on deck now in Gunnar Henderson.
And
here's
it's
Pete Alonso.
even more of a race against the clock. I mean, these clouds are straight overhead. The temperature has dropped noticeably.
Pete Alonso in there, and a fastball to the backstop. Wow. A super wild pitch. The runner was off there. Ward, and he's at second base easily, and now it's 1-0 to Alonso. And you want to get this thing done almost immediately to avoid a long delay, and then who knows what. 2 down, top 9. 1-0. Aroldis Chapman, he throws, and Alonso fooled by a slider. Beauty on the outside corner, 1-1.
That's a great pitch right there. You know, Chapman not exactly pinpoint right now. You're thinking if you're Alonso, he's probably going to that fastball to get back into this count.
Darkening skies overhead, 1-1. Chapman throws. Alonso swings and ripped one too short. Backhanded by Chang. He plants. He throws to first. In time. Ball game over. The Red Sox have tied the record going back to 1901. 15 wins in a row. They win it here today, 6-3. There is magic in the air at Fenway Park.
And another great play by Chang. Monday night, it was the line smash. He made a terrific catch on a leaping backhand. The Red Sox were looking at considerable damage if that ball got into left, and then that was not an easy play. And a nice play at the other end by Contreras on the one-hop throw to first.
Just another well-played ball game. Everybody contributed. Bennett went out there and gave you 5 2/3 inning. They scored early and often. Defensively, you saw what Chang did there. Everybody's holding up their end of the bargain. It's a next man up mentality. Could be anybody on any given at bat.
Well, and they started right out of the gates. 4 runs in the first inning. Bennett didn't have his best stuff. He threw a lot of strikes. He battled. And with so many tarps off in the ballpark, the tarp is going to come on as the rain comes in. Sean, this is something we could not have ever imagined.
No.
A month ago, that this team was down and out, and they have matched a record set in 1946, led by Ted Williams and Bobby Doerr and Johnny Pesky.
Maybe the best Red Sox team of all time with that lineup. Certainly in the conversation. I mean, Hall of Famers, we